What up, Doe? We're back. New time, 7 p.m.
Or bleed the clock out for as much. So score, get an onside kick, and score again. Minnesota had to do we're under 2 minutes. They had no timeouts. Iowa would have gone up 9 with a touchdown, an extra point. I mean, the game's over. Like, it's over. Minnesota's not moving the ball anyways. You put the game away if you can get 4 yards. He chose instead, he thought it was a better idea to bleed the clock out as much as you can and leave Minnesota with little time to score a touchdown. Now, this is all predicated on now you're kicking a field goal, which could get blocked. Now you kick a field goal, but Minnesota now with the clock stopping in college on first downs can win the game with a touchdown, and they're not even going to be thinking about a field goal, which kind of makes it easier to score a touchdown. He was just overdoing it. It was too much of a Kirk Ferentz move. It was too Iowa for me, and I went to school here. I'm still going to school here, and I live in the state, and it was too much. It was just too much Iowa. And, then part of me, and I had this sensation when I walked into Kinnick the other day. Walked in, playing in Minnesota. I love it. Like, it's Big Ten football. We all love, like, these rivalries. And it's Iowa. Like, it's just, there's something romantic. It's still the fall. And so I'm sitting there thinking, God, you look at, like, Clemson, who's down this year, and you look at Florida State, who's a dumpster fire, and Virginia Tech just fired their coach, and Florida's a disaster, and Penn State lost again. I mean, they've 4 losses, and Iowa State has 4 losses, and Indiana is terrible. And Iowa's cruising along again at 8-2, and probably going to be 9 or 10-2. And it's like, is that enough? But isn't it ironic that all of a sudden the playbook magically opened up when Padilla's out there? Like, almost like Brian Ferentz knows, he can throw deep. He can throw. I mean, how many times has Iowa thrown over 20 yards with Petrus in the first 9 games? 3? Isn't that ironic how all of a sudden Padilla's out there and Brian Ferentz knows he can throw the ball? It's just fascinating. It boggles my mind that Alex Padilla was not the starting quarterback for this team, or even splitting time with Spencer Petras at the beginning of the year. I mean, it was unquestioned Petras was a starter. I don't understand how Alex Padilla was not starting for this team, just seeing what we've seen. And that's a pretty good Minnesota defense. I mean, the defensive line's very good. He looked very comfortable, extremely comfortable out there. He looked comfortable against Northwestern. He can make throws. I think that's the baseline right now. It's just a breath of fresh air and very relaxing in that. Last year, the basketball team, there was so much pressure. Ranked they got to number 2, all the pressure on them, win the Big Ten, all that good stuff. Football this year, big start, 6-0. All of a sudden, all the pressure, ranked number 2. All that. There's still pressure on them. All those games are so pressure-filled. With this basketball team, there's not a lot of expectations. Actually, the baseline is like make the NCAA tournament. It's a really good year. And I think that's really fun. Go Hawks. This is Tom Clos signing off. I'll see you next Tuesday after hopefully another Iowa win over Illinois and a 2-0 week for the basketball team. Until next time.